What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. We are in a loosh farm, as they say, as the Jews say, and the loosh is energy, and essentially we are in a massive energy harvesting matrix. And essentially, I don't believe that it is like archons that are working for the demiurge / evil god. I think it's like demons that are on top of this massive pyramid scheme system. And even if you watch the movie Monsters, Inc., it seems like an innocent movie at first, right? You can just get the goddamn mute on. Pardon me. Essentially, it seems like a cute movie at first, but essentially, the movie is about another realm where demons, they actually work for a corporation and harvest fear. They harvest energy. And they actually go into the real world and actually scare little kids. They scare little kids and harvest their fear. Now, if that ain't dark, I don't know what is. And this is like what all-seeing eye, devil horn. Remember, the devil, he's real, and he's trying to prepare his image to be accepted to the masses. Now, one day he'll probably come down as like, they'll say, oh, we have made contact a long time ago with alien beings, but we knew you weren't ready for it. But I want to talk about the common themes in movies and essentially how the elites use energy. They hide energy. Essentially, energy is like, it's a lot of things. It's everything, basically. It's your focus, your attention, your thoughts, your emotions, your what you say, your thoughts, your actions, right? And essentially, this elites, they like to steal from you your attention, focus, and emotions, mostly through media. And they use that, they harvest your energy and use that for their rituals to manipulate reality and maintain power. And essentially, you can see here in child's programming, they got the third eye here too, right? But they got this character, he's basically evil, doing evil eye. Essentially, we were growing up watching cartoons and seeing our parents and people around us that love us doing this, and we're not trained to see it. And essentially, that's how we allowed evil to control our world and manipulate us. And essentially, that movie, Monsters, Inc. isn't worth keeping on my computer. Thor Ragnarok, though, might be. So we're going to go through 3 movies. And first, I'm just going to talk about how some themes, common themes, right? And then we're going to go through the meat of it is Thor Love and Thunder. Now, this is going to take a little time, but let's just quickly go through here. So firstly, like, I noticed some common, quite disgusting themes in the movie. And essentially, this first part that kind of got me cringing was when this guy is meeting, they just did a job and are getting rewarded by this advanced being. Essentially, it's trying to push that, God and angels could be just like alien beings that are not really special, that we can, with time and with knowledge, the right knowledge, we can be like that too, right? That's what all these movies are teaching about. And essentially, remember how these guys hide their energy, hide their light? Essentially, all the male actors are flaming fags, gay, and even though we love Chris Pratt, I love him, we love him, his acting, we love his charm, but they always, the cult who controls the world, they always cast someone with high light to attract people to their propaganda, and then they influence the mind. So then children are looking at him, oh, he's such a cool, like, main lead male actor to look up to, but really he's gay, and then they're gonna get confused energetically, subconsciously, and essentially, most likely, all the females, they're all witches, warlocks, and essentially they're all lesbian and homosexual, and child abuse runs rampant in Hollywood. I'm not saying these two specifically do that, but all these people are broken individuals. He's talking about making people the old-fashioned way, and she's like, maybe someday I could give you a history lesson on how. She's basically saying maybe we can do it one day for scientific purposes. And then this is how I tell you that, how they put evil people in the front of the movie. So essentially, him as a person, he's not evil, but he's acting as a thief. So essentially, the main character is a thief, is a ravager. He's a criminal, and essentially he steals stuff from planets, and if they have to kill people, they probably do. The ravagers kill people, right? And essentially, he's just saying straight up in front of his girlfriend he wouldn't mind to hook up with her. What kind of example is that setting? You know? And telling you, the whole movie, it also trains males to chase the wrong type of female. This chick is not into him. Energetically, she's never been into him. But in the movie, they make him chase her. And this is what society wants men to do. Chase the wrong woman. She's going to be a witch, and she's going to control you. Trust me. Trust me. So we're going to talk about this one part here that actually made me want to vomit. I don't know what it is with Vondu, like why people like this goof character, but I think he's one of the clownest characters ever. And I think he's a disgusting character, and I don't think he's cool at all. But first of all, what is up with this? Where first of all, they're showing the future, where they're on a planet which is basically like a cyberpunk, like dystopian future, just like every what are those movies called? Just like Blade Runner, just like cyberpunk. They want to make it like, oh, it's so cool. There's no rules. You can do whatever you want. Like, you can go hook up with people. This is just propaganda. Nothing like that will ever make you happy. Alcohol and hooking up with these demon women are gonna just make you like broken. And essentially, these guys are like giving gay energy right now. Yo, bro, this is actually gay energy right now to put that into the youth of minds, of the youth. And they're going. These are sex bots, bro. If you ever watch Rick and Morty, there's an episode where Rick and Morty, they go to a planet that is controlled by an advanced race of females that actually, and the men are on the earth, on the planet. They're like a brutish ape monkey like people. They're stupid. But on the top in the heaven, the women are like the advanced beings. And then they sometimes send some sex bots down to the planet to satisfy the men's urges. It's like a propaganda seed planting. Because Satan, he wants to invert everything. He wants to make, instead of the male the head of humanity, he wants to make the female the head. And essentially what I found was disgusting was this guy, Vondu, he's sitting up here, he's just fucking putting on his pants. This is for, kids are gonna watch this, man. Kids are watching this. He's in a fucking brothel with sex bots, bro. Or alien, whatever the hell. This is like a transhuman alien. This is disgusting, dude. And I think his power is stupid, too. A whistle thing, like... This guy's so gay, too, in real life. They're all gay. Okay, so let's continue here. Okay, and again, this is not like a attack on homosexuality. This is just me telling the truth that the Illuminati, they hide energy and they plant the opposite, like someone who's gay in front of our eyes, and it confuses the youth, and it's a deception. And I am from Vancouver, Canada, and I've worked in Davie Street, the most gay street in all the world, and essentially I've had gay friends in my life, my time here, but I can tell you as an alpha male, straight person who believes in God, and I love everyone unconditionally, but what I've always felt from this LGBTQ community is a random, unknown hate. And the men, unfortunately, are disgusting because they don't want to have a friendship with me. If I said, hey, let's just be friends, they would fuck off, disappear. Every time they just think that I want to try to be gay, that's when they want to be my friend. Every time they think I'm going to be vulnerable on alcohol, that's when they want to be my friend. They always want to be my friend and take advantage of me. They always want to pretend to be straight and sneak into my energy. They were never open and honest. And I noticed a trend when I was working out on Davie Street selling psychedelics, selling party drugs to the world and knowledge for free. I noticed a pattern of occult people, and they were always gay and lesbian couples, and they would pretend like, oh, they're a couple, but they're not. They weren't a couple. They were just deceiving. And the guys were always trying to check me out, and the women were always trying to hating me and seeing, because the women are witches. Women witches, they only like to control men. If they can't control you, they don't want you. That's why I had a difficulty meeting women in this witch country. But essentially, let's go now to Thor Ragnarok. And what did I want to point out in here? A couple things. So first of all, he's the god of thunder, right? And Satan fell like lightning from heaven. It's just symbolic. Satan wants to be worshipped and known by many people, right? So he comes in by different forms and names. But essentially, and they literally have him right there with the devil. It's symbolic. Like, think about it. They make this guy actually kind of likable, and actually, in the end, they need him. They use him, and they get him to destroy the flat Earth, which is right in your face, the truth. But what I didn't like was, let's see. Forgive me. This part was the funniest part. Oh, actually, I like Ragnarok. I'll keep this one. Oh yeah, but essentially, what I felt was this is how they twist. This is how they twist morality. So Hela, if you everyone knows this movie, right? So she's a witch in real life. She has very powerful attraction like powers. Any woman that's like has very powerful, like you're attracted to them magically, they have very powerful witchcraft. And essentially, you should never be uncontrollably attracted to someone. And essentially, they always look hotter in the movie anyway than in real life. But essentially, what I'm saying is that her character, she's actually, I wouldn't say she's full out evil. I actually felt bad for her because she was the firstborn of Odin, and Odin is Thor's father. Essentially, Odin used her violent power to grow and conquer the 9 realms. Now, in real life, we live in Midgard. There's Asgard is heaven, and there's a underneath, right, underground. Now, there's probably places for who knows how many realms, dimensions for demons there are, right? But the point is that after they conquered 9 realms, they stopped, and then Odin, he became a hypocrite. The father, he became a damn hypocrite, and essentially he said, "Oh, I want to be good now," and she's like, "No, I want to conquer all of them, so that we can control all of them." And essentially, I guess reading online, it says that it wouldn't be possible. You'd be like a constant chaotic, violent war. But the point is that this guy used her. His father used her, and then hid her. And then acted like, oh yeah, he's good. It was like a big hypocrisy. So in the end, she was the right heir to the throne. But in the end, I know she's evil. But another thing I wanted to twist here was that this chick. So I really like her I felt like she's overtly lesbian in the movie. I don't care, it's okay. They can have some representation. I just don't like it when they sneak up, right? And I thought she was actually pretty cool. She's one of the few female characters in movies that actually felt like they earned their part. Like, she was pretty much Asgardian, and she was cool from the beginning. But she's a trash character. Like, I'll show you when they introduce like her character in Thor Ragnarok. Oh wait, isn't this Ragnarok? Oh, this is Ragnarok. So oh look, isn't this like another horned creature? Eh? Yeah, look, another horned demon creature. So she comes and you think she's gonna save him, right? And she's hammered. She's all hammered. She's like a really bad role model for girls. And essentially, little girls are going to look up to her watching this. Essentially, this guy's a pedophile in real life. And then, while they're flying his ship to escape, she's like, oh yeah, he uses this for orgies. And she's like all cool with orgies. So, you remember, the occult, they want to promote casual sex because when you do that, you're attaching energy to cords to other people. And people can get in your energy and attach cords to you and connect with you deeply. And demons can attach to you like that, and they can attach. Remember, people are vessels, and everyone they connect to stays with them unless they do proper energy cleansing and proper energy protection. But most people don't know anything about it or care, right? So essentially, they're promoting random orgies, casual sex, things that aren't meaningful that will hurt you, because everyone knows that casual sex won't be hurtful. Drinking alcohol will be hurtful. And essentially, it's like propaganda telling the future about the devil. Essentially, okay, they got this guy. Okay, look at the characters. Look at the characters that we have to look up to. So this guy, he's not really like a quality person if you think about it. But he's probably the better of all of them. Remember, all the actors are gay. Now this guy, he's using his anger, his rage. I remember when I was growing up, I watched Dragon Ball Z. And then when I did martial arts, I used anger and rage to train. And what it did, it made my body tight. And it put anger in my body. And I had to work many years to release that anger. So essentially, it's not good to train in anger. You have to be training relaxed, right? Because you need to breathe fully. You need to be thinking calm, like carefully, right? And essentially, the system is a beast system. 666 is the number of the man. Number of man is the beast. Number of the beast. 777 is the number of God, right? So we don't want to be in anger because we attract anger to us. What we feel is what we attract. So I'm trying to teach you how they try to trick you in the movies. Okay, now Loki. Let's look at Loki. Oh yeah, Loki essentially the trickster god. Essentially, he's completely evil, but he acts like they always have a duality in everything, in every type of movie. And as I try to point out my show, example like Samurai Champloo, Berserk, this him and him. Like they always have two characters where one is overtly pure good and one is like breaks rules, and they want to make him like gray, but he's actually evil. And this guy's completely evil. He basically backstabs his brother without any hesitation. And also the movie is stupid because there were so many plot holes that everything they did was for nothing because everyone just died when Thanos came. I don't care what anyone says. There's no way anyone could have gotten off that shit. And one part at the end here was that, look, they're sitting on thrones, right? And then who comes to save them is Loki, right? And he's like, I'm your savior. It's like he's saying that to the people, right? When he comes, one eye symbolism, like Illuminati one eye system. Okay, now let's continue to this part, the meat of this. Okay, so we're gonna unmute this. Okay, so firstly, I don't know what's up with this guy's accent. Right. This guy's accent is so stupid to me in this movie. So essentially, they act like, okay, he's like a idiot Christian. He's following his beliefs blindly, but he doesn't know the truth, the Gnostic truth, right? That the gods are evil and that there are other gods and that they can become God. This is what they teach.
We pray to you.
Because remember, there's two options of reality, that you can believe that life is an infinite cycle of birth, life, death, and reincarnation, and that good and evil are one, and nothing matters, right? Everything's a cycle, right? Or you can believe the other, that everything matters, everything has a meaning, a purpose, right? There's a beginning and an end of time. Good and evil are separate, and man and God are separate. But they want you to think that you're God, so that you can continue to join evil. Because the opposite, the first one, it teaches you to accept evil and combine with it. That's how we got into this problem in the first place. That's how this Illuminati system is destroying the world, because they're evil is at the top, and what they believe is corrupt. Okay, look at this.
Sustenance.
He's praying.
I pray to you, not.
And then, okay, I want to show you how they confuse your energy. So essentially, this is his daughter in the movie. She dies, but this is actually a boy actor, and they always have been for decades doing this. Now they've been doing more like trans. Like in 2024, the Bilderberg meeting, they declared they made it like law that behind your backs that every female news anchor and whether woman is a trans. So all you men are jerking off to men. That's why men are getting confused, and vice versa. And essentially, they've been doing this for decades. In the earlier days, they were just doing kids. So it's essentially in a child, if you watch, like, example, Peter Pan or something, go look at the children. So one of them is going to be a boy dressed as a girl, or a girl dressed as a boy. Now, I want to go out of here and just show you, to prove it to you. This movie is called Fatal Attraction. It's a really good movie with Michael Douglas. It's about a guy with a happy marriage, but he has an affair with a crazy woman. And I'll just leave it at that. It's a really good movie. But essentially, I always, this is his daughter. I always wonder, what the fuck is this shit? This daughter looks like a boy. And I was like, growing up, like, the few times I saw it, I was like, what is up with this? And I always remember, what the fuck is because they're trying to confuse. This is how they confuse. This is how subconsciously we pick up the energy and we get confused. This is why so many people are confused in our society, not knowing what gender they are, not knowing what their sexuality is. You know what I mean? Okay, now I'll show you. In what other movie? It was something. Who dies? Someone else dies. There's some other kid I was gonna think of. Let me think here. It'll come to me. But it's the same thing. Another movie. There's a child, and essentially the same thing. So we're gonna go here now. Continuing the movie. Okay, so he finds. After this child dies, like 10 seconds later, he just turns around and finds this shit. I was like, damn, he should have just walked like over there. But I'm assuming it just appeared after that child died, right? And essentially, he finds a sword and gets cursed after he discovers his god is an asshole. This guy. And essentially, he says, "Oh, I'll just create more followers. You guys only get one life, and then you just die. That's it. You're meant just to die." And let's see here. And then he ends up killing. So it's about killing God. So there's a theme. There's a common theme about killing your father, killing God, because this occult, they want to unite humanity into one mass of evil and good together to unite in a rebellion against God, the one true God of the Bible. Blah, blah,
And
blah.
again,
Oh yeah, this is the funniest part too. I thought this was the funniest part.
Thor had to watch his planet explode.
Yeah, she's giving me a lesbian vibe. She's completely lesbian. He's gay in real life, and it's hard to believe. But watch them in interviews, casual interviews. Watch them. Actually, what I was gonna make another video about is I noticed. What movie was it? I just watched it recently. It's like, okay, the guy has a girlfriend in the movie. Oh, it's Lord of the Rings. Oh yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to show you. Lord of the Rings. Okay. Watch this. It's so funny. Okay, so not to mention this guy's gay too. They're all gay. So essentially, gay. Essentially, we don't need to say much about Sam and Frodo, right? But look at this. I remember there's this one scene when I was a kid. I always wondered what is up with this guy here. So there's the war, right? There's the battle's about to start, right? And there's this kid with a sword, and he looks worried, right? And then what's his face? Aragorn, right? Everyone loves Aragorn. He's so manly in the show, but in the real life he's gay, right? But in the movie he's a badass, right? Imagine to swing a sword, like grab a sword and swing that metal for 5, 6, 10 times. You're gonna be tired. Think about those people in those days. They swung swords for hours, dude. How do they do that? Because they didn't have gimped out bodies. Like we have all weak bodies because this occult system binds our bodies. It gives us weakened bodies. But I already talk about that in other videos. This is about more of the confusion of energy. Okay, this guy. Watch this. So he's looking and he sees this kid over here, this young guy. And this is something that always tripped me out. I was like, this kid looks something weird about him. Like something about his forehead, something mongoloid. Kind of looks weird. I don't know, something off, something weird. And then now that I'm aware of it, I can see 100% clearly. This is not a male boy soldier. This is a female.
Son of Hammerman.
And they're trying to act like, oh, it's a male. This is how this evil society confuses you. And you know what? When I'm in power, I'm gonna make it illegal for them to do stuff like this. This is not allowed. For mentally, they're confusing psychologically our society. So essentially, okay. And then, oh yeah, what I wanted to say is this idiot here, this guy. Look at him every goddamn time. If you think about it, every time he saw his wife, every time he's seeing his wife, right? He's always depressed. He was always depressed whenever he saw a lady. I think there's a scene where he's a flashback. It's kind of small, but essentially, you see, if you think about it, every time Aragorn sees, like, because it's just natural. It's natural energy. He can't hide it. He's more attracted to men. So every time he sees his wife, he's just like her, right? It's just like boring. It's literally like boredom. I think she kissed him there, but every time he's with her, it's like a bore fest. Her. This is like depression. Every time you see his fucking face. What's his face? Aragorn. But then now when Aragorn sees Legolas, he's fucking smiling. He's fucking ready about to cream in his pants. Watch.
Needs more time.
Where the hell are they coming? My dialogue, I swear. I make myself laugh. Is he here or what? Yeah, this part.
The most reckless man I ever
Okay,
knew.
watch this, yo.
Bless you.
Look at his face when he sees his beautiful lover that he probably has just had gay sex offset with.
$5. You look terrible.
Look at that, yo. Look at that. You can't. He never smiled this much with what's her face. Okay, now we're done with that. Continuing with Thor love. Okay, now I want to show you the damning part of this.
And
So
then he
it's-
said, "What have I done?" It seemed that everything and everyone he
Okay, so they're promoting drinking, trying to make it cool, right? Every main character will get depressed and they drink alcohol, right? And then been there before, and it just holds you back. It ruins your life. And essentially, there was a part that really cringed me. This part's so funny too. Oh yeah, so actually, there is a little bit of a thing here too about witchcraft too. I need to talk about. It's important. Essentially, it starts talking about him and Jane. Essentially, that he was with her, but essentially, let's just find that part. See if I can find that part.
another time he loved,
Okay, watch this.
aka Thor Odinson.
We're gonna talk about him.
Raised
Right?
in the way of the warrior, Thor was taught to
I was
help
like,
win
how this would
battles,
even be possible?
fighting the good
No idea.
fight for those who can't fight
Okay,
good.
anyway.
He grew, and he grew, and he grew. He was sensitive, like another time he loved.
Okay. So right here, I straight up know, man. This is a dude, yo. So they're showing him with different
Another
partners, and this is a dude, yo.
Time he loved a wolf woman, on a woman wolf.
Nah, dude.
But Thor's one true love was an earth woman
So then
named Jane
they're gonna talk about their
Fonda.
romance. First of all,
Wait, no.
she
Jane
doesn't.
Foster.
They're making a deception right now for the audience. They want the man to chase after a woman who doesn't care about you. A
But
witch.
sadly, in the battle for love, Thor lost. Ooh,
Okay, so if a woman is doing that to you,
In
right
fact,
away.
he
She's not
lost
for
a
you.
lot of people.
I mean,
in-
she's just spiritually against you. She's just evil, opposite. She's the opposite. Any woman who's just making you headache, causing you stress, drama, she's stealing your energy. A woman should make you feel happy and content. Anyone that takes away your peace, anyone that is of confusion, is of the devil. But
those
trust me.
days. His
And remember, you don't chase people unnaturally. You attract them, and you meet them naturally,
mum, his dad,
not forced.
and that guy, and whoever that is, and her,
I like this guy. I was so sad that he
Heimdall,
died. Wow.
and his brother,
His brother again.
and his brother.
Okay, but I want to show you this part. So essentially, they're trying to make it like, oh, it didn't work out with his woman. There's one part in the movie where they're having. It says that they got close and they built up walls because they didn't want to hurt each other, and then they essentially drifted apart. That's not love. Real love is deep connection. Real love lasts forever. Real love is not superficial. And okay, it's so cringe here because she's actually a trans in real life, and he is trying. Actually, I just noticed this is actually a woman. Wow, I didn't notice that. Yeah, this is actually a woman, and they probably changed in the video. In the movie, they make the dub a little deeper. They can change the voice. It's pretty crazy, especially when they do like live performances. They have to have a mic that can instantly do that. I'm kidding you. I'm not kidding. They have tech that's so good to hide it. But essentially, it's so. What I want to talk about is not really the trans. They put a trans on our face to trick us. Yeah, okay, fine. But it's the energy.
Movies.
So now they're getting this woman to overtly act like a dude, and it's very apparent here. I'm gonna show you. Oh, also what I noticed is kind of annoying is that. Really annoying. Fucking extremely annoying was that every male is incompetent. Every male in the movie is like, she's so confident, and he's bumbling and he's incompetent. He's stupid, you know what I mean? Every woman is so superior and he's a dumbass. In this movie, there's a freaking like team of women who are like superior elite warriors, which is like, I'm not saying a woman can't be powerful. Like, I can train a woman to be powerful, to kick men's asses. So I'm not saying it's not possible. If you compare that, like, a men's elite team to a women's elite team, I mean, we know who's going to destroy the other team, right? They have different strengths. And women have very powerful manipulation powers. And essentially, and calming powers too. But essentially, They are using their powers to control men right now and supersede men and take their position. And they're, yeah, dude, I'm not for that. I'm not down for that.
Who'd you piss off now?
And essentially,
I've never even seen these things, whatever the hell they are.
I didn't like how his hammer is now with her. And then the way that she acts, the way that this dude is acting is like a dude. And then the energy, okay, especially when they're having their romance moment. And also I want to show how they blur the lines between good and evil now. Okay, so he's acting like all nervous and she's acting all like confident. And then this part here, I remember it's when they're walking somewhere. They're like, she's like, you got a girlfriend? It's like, whoa, what the hell? So again, lightning is, they have the lightning symbol because they pay homage to their god, Lucifer, the devil. Sorry, Satan. I don't like to call him by his original name. Oh yeah, this part.
Work and
He's like, look at the way that this person is walking, and this person is acting like a little bitch, like oh, like they broke up, and he's still under the mind control of this person, because this is how it works in real life, that you meet up, the man or woman, they meet up with the wrong person, a warlock, evil male, or a witch, evil female. You meet up with them, the love is powerful in the beginning, but then it fades, and then slowly you're trying to keep everything together, to lift everything up, and they're detaching, and they steal your energy, and they fuck off, and then they say sorry, oh, we make some bullshit up, and then you're trying to just say, okay, I understand it, but you don't know why. Deep down there's something wrong. It's because they stole energy from you. They planted something in you. They make you feel unworthy. They make you feel less. This is how they do it. So look, horns like the devil, right? And look, yeah, she's like looking away, like, I got something over you. I got one over you. Like, this is normal. This is a normal thing.
yeah.
And look.
So you got a girlfriend?
So you got a girlfriend, like a dude, yo.
Oh no, too busy. Don't have time. Just work and everything.
I'm being all nervous and
Check
shit.
this place out.
So weird, yo. So cringe, yo. And then this person's so disgusting, cringe.
And she would.
And you know what? Why he's doing it in the movie, yeah, he's right. In the movie, I think he's right. But in it's subconscious. It's like he's giving into evil, and you're saying, okay, I accept evil to be used for his right reason. You know what I mean?
Smart.
And then it's disgusting how they're using violence to get really into the minds of the kids. Because look, they literally, we can say, oh, I'm not gonna take my little kid to this movie. Shut the hell up! You're gonna buy this movie and stream it, and your little kid is gonna watch it behind you. Like straight up, this guy, he just takes like a little monster, like a little creature, and he cuts its head off. He snaps its head off right in front of them.
I want to have a go.
Watch.
What's this? Oh,
It's not a big deal.
Oh,
Let's see, what are we looking at here?
this is Opti.
Beast
Hello,
kid.
Opti. How are you?
You know what Opti loves? Having his head ripped off.
So it's like overtly gruesome, like this. Like they're just showing, and again, 3 eyes. What's with this 3 eyes? Okay, now let's look at this. This is something where they blur it. Okay, so essentially, these guys go to ask Zeus, the guy who likes orgies, for help. They dress up in like, this is like almost like an occult thing. And I notice in a lot of shows they're trying to promote secret societies being cool, being part of some kind of elite group, right? No, I like to be with the common man.
Zeus.
So they're calling out their god, right? And essentially, I think they even were mocking. They said, "Oh, there's the god of carpentry." Essentially, there's the Jesus up here. So this is like the pantheon of all gods. This is what they're teaching. They believe that there's this fake god that he's managing over this system of energy harvesting, and that these elites, they want to destroy this cycle that he's managing and want to break free to reach the pleroma, which is where the Greeks believed were other gods, and that we can get there, and beyond them is the source, and that's where the God is, the God that manifests everything to you. Know, I like to say, if manifesting is real, why isn't someone God of the earth right now? Why isn't one person like king right now? How come no one's ever been like, I'm gonna be God right now and just do whatever the hell I want and no one will stop me? I've never seen that. It's because it can't be done. It's because it's managed by families that are like secret societies, bloodline families, royal families, and they're controlled by the devil. But demons are managing them through witchcraft. And essentially, what I found was very disturbing was, even though this guy was a dickhead, and he's like, oh yeah, you're not invited to the orgy, and they said it multiple times, and in the other movie too, because they want to make it, pound it into the youth's head, hey, you know, we're teenagers, we'll have 5 friends, let's have an orgy, let's just try it. And essentially that's going to scar everyone, trust me. Well, scar the good people, right? And essentially, she's just like, they decide just to straight up murder. Like, straight up, these good characters, they essentially become evil. And this is what I was shocked about when I watched this, and I actually wanted to make this when I first saw it, but I just wasn't, I didn't think, okay, maybe this is not important, but actually I'm seeing it now, it's quite important.
Why don't you take the stage?
Essentially, they just kill all these guys.
748.
Just because he wouldn't help them. So it's like blurring the lines. And then in the end, they show Infinity, their cult beliefs. So with this, Infinity basically represented the Source. And the Source is basically, because in reality, God, he gives abundance to everyone. He gives abundance to good and evil, unfortunately. But the evil people, they know how to block your abundance. But then, it's funny, the devil system, it damages you, right? It damages good people, it blocks them, and then it says, hey, we're the secret gatekeepers of knowledge. We'll help you we'll mentor you, and we'll raise you up and lift you and illuminate you into a secret occult knowledge, and you can be ascended like us. This is what they teach. So the devil causes the problems, then he teaches you, oh, this is how you fix it. This is how the Illuminati works. They cause a problem, reaction, solution, right? Anyway, guys, I hope you understand what I'm talking about. God bless you and your families. Peace. Well, God bless the good people. God damn the evil people.